citizens to hear how things are going well with our war with our fair cousins to the south. But importantly, we will take some time to enjoy the fashion tonight, the dance of our modern time, and break bread together. It's a great opportunity for us, and we welcome our representative of the Queen with us tonight, Dr. Colin Carey, and all of you tonight. Thank you. We have a full evening tonight. The revelers have prepared a fantastic meal for us, and on your table is a complete description of our delicious meal. We have a fashion show, and we have a unique stepping in time dance performance as well. So I'd like to actually introduce, where is he? Oh, here he is. Paul, can you stand up? This is my fellow individual who is in costume as well. He's sorry about this, it's a co-conspirator of this event. And he's known as Moody Farewell. Okay, thank you.
We're here to take all you British subjects as our prisoners of war. Where's your leader? Where's your leader? I hear there's a buried treasure somewhere here. Is that true?
Actually, that is absolutely a legend. But let me get our local historian, Moody Farewell, who has a brand new bell invention. One sec. Okay, Mr. Farewell, do you know about this legend?
Yes, believe it or not, during the War of 1812, you've all heard of the Battle of Queenston Heights. The British were bringing the payroll, $100,000 in silver, in a boat called Marianne. It was passing by Oshawa. The American forces spotted it. It ducked into a cove. The boat was burned, but the treasure, $100,000 in silver coin, was buried in Oshawa. It's never been found. That's a true story.
So there's the way these characters that are.
You see what I told you? You thought I was plumb loco. There is a packet of treasure here. But I don't know about some of these. They look like they put some lead to us.
No, actually, sir, we wish you no harm. We welcome you to a good British dinner.
Well, if I hear any high or hair, oops, this one ain't got no hair. But seriously, any shenanigans tonight, and you'll be ignoring that.
Okay, you revealed my secret. The only two that's supposed to know this. But, please have a seat, enjoy, welcome everyone, our two unfortunate Parados here. They've been wandering the hills of Northumberland for 100 years. So come on. Let me just give you a very quick overview before we do a few of our necessary toasts and prayers for this evening. But let me just give you a quick overview of what our purpose is for tonight. Back in June 18th of 1812, 200 years ago, President Madison decided to declare war against Britain. And also at that time, former President Jefferson said it was a mere march to Montreal to take over what was upper and lower. The program, according to the American strategists, the former Americans were in our territory were 3/4 American. They absolutely were convinced that the British were detained and preoccupied in Europe by a short guy about the same height as me. And he actually had about the same amount of hair as me, and he spoke with a French accent. They absolutely were convinced the natives could be bought off. They found that the French Canadians would welcome the Americans since they harbored ill will since the defeat of 1763, and 3/4 of the people in Upper Canada were American descent. So they assumed all the things that ended up not being the case. So battle after battle, the combined forces of the British, the native, and the local militia showed their mettle, their advance against the superior forces of the United States, and decisive battles were won. And by the Treaty of Ghent in 1815, basically what we had in the United States, almost a bankrupt country, thousands of their acres of their lands under British control, and en route to this part of the world was 35,000 hardened, watered British soldiers. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed and peace was struck. But you may ask, okay, that's the big picture. What's the relevance of the War of 1812 to our Simcoe United Church? Let me ask our local historian again, and I won't bring him up by our bell invention. Our local member here, member of Heritage Oshawa, the Oshawa Historical Society, and the Genealogical Society will provide a short insight into the connection of the founding congregation to the War of 1812.
Well, during the War of 1812, Moody Farrell's Tavern was a stopping point. It's documented that Elder Ryan, the local Methodist circuit rider, stopped by that and serviced this area. By 1817, he formed a class, which was a founding of this congregation. So it's pretty obvious he would have been preaching during the war, more people coming into the area, and that was the formation of our congregation. It went from there to a schoolhouse, to our first church building on King Street, and then in 1867 we moved here.
Thank you. Okay. Back to the normal agenda. I would like to ask Dr. Carey, as our Queen's representative, and do the toast to the Queen.
Thank you very much.